Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Today we're talking about the old, I know, another Vessel Klein head-to-head video. No, not today. Viewer Vivid underscore clicks or commenter mentioned the other day, wouldn't it be nice to have a Klein set of bits that, more than just your Phillips and your slotted, which I guess Klein being electrically oriented, leaning that way, they probably figure you don't need all that. Vessel or Anex, I'm sure doesn't have. They probably have some, but we were both reminiscing. I've been looking a long time, and I've run across this one right here, the Neiko Extra Long Security Bit Set. Now stick with me. I've used Neiko quite a bit. They're Taiwanese made. I've got a little set of impact Torx and then metric and standard hex bits. They're a little 3-inch model, not near as long as these, but they hold up pretty well. I use them a lot. Now, I've showed you before in a video, I'll link up here so you can see it, that you can switch these out, and they'll take pretty much any, 1/4-inch drive bit you can get. But look here, that you got your standard length on these. That's what, about a 6-inch bit on there. Neiko comes out with this security bit set. I think this is what we were talking about the other day. We both mentioned needing extras with some hex and some stuff. Well, yeah, security bit. You got the little post in the connector for let's see if we can see that up close. Your Torx and your hex both have the so not every Joe with a hex bit or a Torx bit can come in there and disassemble your, your security bits to keep things. I think you see most of these in, the mall or in movie theaters, in the bathrooms where they put the stalls up and, they don't want people in there destroying the whole place. And I'm sure there's other uses, but that's just one right off the top of my head. I know that you can see them in. You get the little. Let's see, the 2-post, I think they call that the spanner. So this is just 2-post. So your fastener head will just have 2 holes in it. This goes in there and undoes it. So yeah, there's a plethora of bits. Did we read it off yet? Torx tamper-proof. 6-piece hex tamper-proof. 4-piece of spanner, like we just showed you. They got, a couple different sizes. Tri-wing and Torque. I've never seen these in the wild myself, but if you need them, you got them. They're kind of a little offset 3-wing Phillips and an offset 4-wing Phillips, it looks like. Then we come with a standard 2-piece Phillips, 1 and 2. 3-piece posi, 1, 2, and 3. And then you get a slot in there, 6mm. Which is probably the standard of what you get with the other 2 guys over here. But my point being is, now with this one, you've got a whole setup for your Anex beautiful ratcheting 397D. A whole set of bits in there. These got a little lubricant on them to keep them from rusting too, because they're S2 steel, it says. So yeah. Oh, well, let's check it in the Klein. This was, my 2 favorite ones thus far. Klein's got just a little bit of, well, not really. Once you pop that extra handle space back up there, the release button, it kind of picks it up. Give it a little push forward. There, just the slightest bit of play in there. Very little. But yeah, I thought that was great. That was this is exactly what I've been looking for, is the set that works more than just the Phillips and the slotted. It comes down, you do a little impact work. They work in there too. Now, I don't know, as far as security bits go, if they're got enough impact rating. I know I've used the security bit for Torx in the impact with my little short one. Some of those have the, but like the spanner, I don't know if you would attempt to drive those fasteners in with with the torque or with the impact. It might work. I wouldn't know till I tried it. Same with, well, I know the Phillips, you can drive those with the impact, but you got to be careful because you'll waller that head out so fast it's not even funny. But Torx and your hex bits would work great in the impact. So you've got a whole kit right there. If you like regular non-ratcheting, man, this is what I would go with, the Klein True Grip. But the Vessel, we got that little one in there that does the same thing. And my new favorite ratcheting Anex. You got some spanners you want to go into. If you're in residential maintenance, or not residential, commercial maintenance, I guess would be where you've got public bathrooms, public restrooms, stuff like that, is the only place I've ever seen security bits like, for example, the spanner and the Torx with the hole in it. That's the only place I've ever seen that. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist somewhere else. That's just my personal experience with them. If you're in there working in that, and you need a ratcheting screwdriver, and then you got your whole bit set, you'd be good to go. So there it is. That's my Frankenstein mashup for this week. And thanks again to Vivid_clicks for getting me on the ball with that one. I'd been on the fence with it. When I first got these new ones like this, I started thinking, man, if we had a whole set. Now, would it be nice to have a Klein set or an Anex set of this notation and caliber? I'm sure they're out there. This is just the first one I ran across. And knowing Neiko, as I've used them before, and the price, I mean, this was $25 around on Amazon, so I'll leave you a link. That's a good set for that price. I'm sure that many Klein bits or that many Anex bits with the name on it, you may be paying a little more. But there you go. That was my thought for the day, and that's what we're looking at. It's the Neiko Extra Long Security Bits set, Frankenstein, with two of possibly the greatest inventions of my lifetime. I kid. But tool inventions. I love these things now. So, all right, fellas, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a happy new year. It's early January right now, so I'm going to sign off, and we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching.